Now it's good. This stupid fan starts vibrating after a while. Well, whoever comes and visit me in the future, you know where the light switches are now. Okay guys, welcome back to another video here from the off-grid garage in cloudy Australia. We had like, I don't know, we've got negative 12 amps. We're on 61% only. That's all we got, and we made 37 kilowatt hours today only in super cloudy weather, but I'm very happy with this result. I mean, the weather was just insane. Look at this. It is super cloudy. There was one spot this morning where the sun came out and I could see 10 kilowatt coming from the solar, but it was just for 5-6 minutes and then it was gone. Anyway guys, welcome back to the cloudy off-grid garage, and today we want to finally connect the QSO battery, the 51.2 volt 230 ampere hours lithium iron phosphate battery. We want to connect this and charge it and then do a full discharge test. But today we want to see how we can connect this one here and charge it up. Of course, I could use the power charger here, 60 volt, 21 amps. Link down below, as always. Otherwise, people sending me emails and asking where can I buy one of these. It's all linked down below. And then we leave this running for 10 hours. Is that correct? Yeah. If the battery is on 50% state of charge, right? Let's have another look. Battery capacity. Enter. Yeah, 51% we are. And at 52.6 volts. So I was thinking, we've got two possibilities here, maybe three. This is the third one, but I'm not considering this one. This one has too many losses. So why not charging this battery from solar as well? Well, we have two systems here which are just waiting for more capacity to charge, right? The new Powerwall 2.1 or 2.2, whatever it's called, I have lost count, with a Mason battery connected. And here we are, 100% state of charge. 100% state of charge and 56 volts, so a bit over. But because we are, why are we actually at 56 volts here? Yeah, sure. If we connect this Mason battery, this Seplos battery now to the QSO battery with only 52 volts, that's 4 volts difference. We will see a current going from this battery into the QSO battery. And this could be quite substantial, at least at the beginning, because we are very high up in the charge curve with these batteries here. So very high in the steep area of the curve. And we know if you connect the load to the system now, the voltage will drop so quickly. And if this voltage drops here, we have less voltage difference between this battery and the QSO battery, and therefore the current will taper off very, very quickly. Well, let's give it a try and see how much amps actually flowing from this battery into this battery. 100% state of charge, 50% state of charge. Well, I've got my SPAT t-shirt on, my solar panel alignment tool t-shirt, because we all will sit together now and having a beer together, right? Yeah, you wish. But no, in today's video we want to do some hard work. So, first thing we want to do is having a look at the terminals here and see if there's actually any voltage on there. Of course. Andy, come on. Sorry for that, first time user of this multimeter. People always want me to turn on the light here. Does it make a difference? It does. Okay, what do we have? Geez, come. 52.4 volts we have on the terminal already. Okay, I need to be aware that these are live already. So, I'm not sure. Should we use the 100... Where are we? Here. Should we use the 100 amp or the 150 amp fuse to connect this battery to our bus bar? I would probably go for the 100 amp fuse only, because if we get substantially more what's wrong with this camera? More current than 100 amps. I want to see if this actually blows and how fast it blows. So this is a bit of an experiment with the fuse as well. And let's put this one in here. So let's do... Why are they always coming off? You're kidding me. Are you kidding me? It is... Did you see that? It fell into the slotted duct. It doesn't come out anymore. That is my washer. Come on here. Really? Oh man. Can't believe I have to take off this slotted duct now. It's not even there. Oh, over here. Okay, so negative. Nothing connected on the other side. So we have to remove this plastic barrier and clips this one back on. That is the protection. Let's move in the battery. Okay, the battery actually doesn't come with any screws for the terminals here. Okay, so I have connected the negative cable safely to the battery, and the other side is already connected to our bus bar negative. Now we do the same with the positive, but as soon as we connect them, there will be a current flowing. I probably only touch the bus bar with the cable and see if there's a huge current flowing, but maybe I'm too scared to do that. Okay, let's connect the fuse first here and get everything ready, and then we connect it down here to the actual terminal and see what happens. Let's take off the safety cap, the isolator cap of our positive. So when I connect this positive cable to this positive terminal here of the battery, we have current flowing from the Seplos battery on 100% state of charge to the QSO battery 50% state of charge, 4 volts difference. Lights, because you like the lights. Okay, positive here to the Seplos battery, measuring to the other positive of the battery, and we should see the voltage difference is about 3.5. I hate this. This light stays on for 6 microseconds. Yeah, 3.5 volts is it. Okay. I'm super, I mean, I'm not expecting a huge current flowing here. Maybe 150 amps for a couple of seconds, if at all. Only gently touching the terminal of the QSO battery with the cable, so the resistance will be fairly high. I'm still fucking scared, you know? Okay, let's turn on all the displays, and I'm also starting the screen recording here, so you can actually see the Seplos batteries in action. You can see the 56.16 volts. Okay, just a quick gentle touch. Oh, yes. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that was already, I'm more scared than ever. How much current do we want to see? Don't want to destroy the terminals here when I do this. Okay, a bit more resistance. Woo! Okay, let's do it. A bit longer. Andy, come on. I'm too scared. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm too scared. It already sparks a lot. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, it's on, it's on. How much amps do we have? 0.3, 58. Oh, that's boring. Are you kidding me? I'm pissing my pants here. And we have like 20.9 amps now going into the battery. Yeah, and 20.7 coming out of the... Really? Are you serious? Okay, let's connect it. Could be a bit more current now when I tighten the screw, because we get better resistance, better... What does the voltage do in the Seplos batteries? I cannot read this with this glasses on here. 55.2. It came down 1 volts already. Okay, so there could be another spark now here. Yep. Okay, it's on. And oh, why is there nothing happening here? There's zero. That's 0 amps. Something has tripped. Something is broken. Is it our fuse already? Maybe. I don't know. Something is not working. I've connected positive and negative. Okay, let's measure the here, lights on for you guys, so you can't see shit anyway. Let's measure here, and we have 55.1 volts. Does it actually, is it? No, this is, hang on, 55.1. This is the Seplos. Okay, I think the BMS has tripped inside the QSO box here. Let's get rid of these stupid glasses. See, we've got only 52 volts in here. I think the BMS has tripped, but there's no alarm. Here, BMS status, enter, abnormal, alarm protect, no overcurrent protection, yes. So the overcurrent protection has kicked in. What was the overcurrent protection on this BMS again? I can't remember the settings. Okay, so this is our trigger now. So the BMS is actually working and has protected the battery from overcurrent. So overcurrent must be more than 200 amps or something, right? I don't think we have seen 200 amps going through these cables here, because there's only a 100 amp fuse in here now. And, well, I don't know. But something is clearly disconnected now. I was hoping for 150 amps and then it tapers down to 190 and 80 and 70. But this was just like 20, 40 amps we have seen at the beginning, and now the bloody BMS is turned off for some reason. And when does it come back online now? Yeah, it's the overcurrent protection. What is OCA? Overcurrent alarm. Ah, okay, alarm is not triggered, but the protection is triggered. See, it doesn't give you any indication on the display here that there is an alarm. Well, here on the Seplos, we get a warning down there on the display directly, so we can see there's something wrong. But not here on this one. Doesn't show us any warning, so we have to go into the menu, overcurrent protection, OCP. Yes. So how do I turn it off and turn it back on? That would be insane. That would be not good. Okay, turn it back on. Or is it fried? It does. Oh, here it comes. It just takes a moment to start up. Yeah, it's cleared now. Okay, let's try again to connect the cable and watch the currents. Jeez, it cannot be that hard to parallel a battery, right? Okay, we've got 52. That is fucking insane. 52.5 volts on the terminal, and we have a voltage difference between the batteries of 2.58 volts. That's nothing anymore. Jeez, come on. Okay, I'll just hold it to the terminal again. And I also have the display on of the QSO battery. Connect the cable here again. 85 amps, 80 amps. A current going into the QSO battery of 20 amps here. 24. It should be alright, hey? Okay, so let's connect it. But again, look at this, 0 amps. As soon as I use the screw, we've got 0 amps. What? Yep, we've got an overcurrent protection again. What the heck is going on? Okay, turn it off and turn it back on. It beeps. 40 amps, 85, 75, 51. Now it's okay. Is it okay now? Are you good? 38 it shows. So 20 amps here, but it shows us on our 20 amps, it's just a bit delayed. Hi my friends, I'm just editing this video and I have now a bit more insight how the battery actually works, the BMS works and everything. But this was the very first time I connected the battery to our system here, so I wasn't quite sure why things are happening as they happened. But I can tell you the QSO battery has a charge current limit function. Pretty much the same as the Seplos BMS or battery as well. This one limits to 10 amps under certain circumstances, while this one limits to 20 amps. And these are exactly the 20 amps we could see a couple of times. So it starts with a big peak, but then the BMS actively reduces the charge current to 20 amps only. So it's not only that the BMS requests these 20 amps or 10 amps from the solar charge controller while charging. No, they can actually actively limit the charge current themselves. Because clearly the QSO battery is not connected to any solar charge controller. It is just connected to the Seplos battery, and it can limit the charge current to 20 amps itself without any other devices. And also the overcurrent protection can be cleared or restored by just discharging the battery for a short moment, and then the alarm clears. That's what QSO told me. I haven't tested it yet, but we will in the future. Okay, let's go back to the video. Is it raining? Really? Welcome to sunny hot Australia. See, it rains. Okay, so now we should be good, right? Now we should be good. So as you could see, 100% state of charge battery here, connected to a 50% state of charge battery is not that bad if you use lithium iron phosphate batteries, because the voltage comes really down quickly of these fully charged batteries. Stupid goggle. And then the current starts tapering off already, and we can see now like 11 amps, 53.16, and we have 54 reported by the Seplos BMS. And there's all these cable connections in between the bus bar, the shunt. No, just the bus bar, not the shunt, just the bus bar, but all these connections here as well. So there's a bit of resistance, and I haven't really tightened these ones here yet, because I wanted to have this cable straight up like this. Nice. All right. Yeah, 9.5 amps. I don't know why the BMS tripped twice as soon as I connected this screw to it. So, and now these two batteries will equalize, but not from a state of charge perspective, just from a pure voltage perspective. Because we know the curve in the lithium iron phosphate battery is so flat, there's almost no difference between 30% state of charge and 70% state of charge. And because these ones are 100% full now, there will be a bit of current flowing from these batteries. So 3 amps from the top battery and 4 amps from the bottom battery. This is a 280 ampere hour battery, and the top one is 135. 135 ampere hour battery. Whoa, look at this. That cleans my solar panels for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm now connected back to the software of the QSO battery, and we can see a new light here. Charging status is red, but on the other hand we can still see the charging MOSFET is still off. But here the current shows us 3.72 amps into the battery, and we also still have the over voltage current protection. Okay, I'll send them another screenshot of this weird construct here, of this weird design, and ask them for clarification why our charge MOSFETs are not turning on, but we are already charging with 3 amps into the battery. Well guys, if you thought the Seplos battery and the software was bad, just wait, there's more. We have a late night show now, guys. Welcome back. I was just inside for dinner, and now it is about 1.5 hours later since we connected the batteries here to our system, and we want to check on the voltages here for a moment. Okay, let's see. 53.11 in the QSO battery, 53.18 and 53.17. So they have equalized, but we are still, look at this, we are still charging with 3.8 amps. Yeah, discharging -1 and discharging -3. Doesn't add up, but as we know, they're all measuring a bit different, so that's all good. So as you can see, the batteries have almost equalized now, but only from a voltage perspective, as I said. All these settings are battery capacity, enter. Yeah, see, the QSO battery is now from 51 to 55%, and here we are down from 100 to 97, and here down to 97 as well. So you can see the voltages are the same, but the state of charge is more than 40% apart. I'm sure I can somehow sell voltages. Enter. There, 3.32 volts. Confirm. Yeah, 3.32 volts. But you can see we are up at 3.323, and here we are at 3.318. So there are a few millivolt difference between the cells, and this is what How do I get back? And this is what pushes our current still into this battery here. This few millivolt difference between these two batteries. Isn't that cool? I could watch this all day long. And here, something else. I want to show you quickly. Here, in the SPAT calibration center VRM, we can see the link shunt here sits on 100%, and we can also see the Seplos BMS down here, which sits on 98% now. But look at this, negative 4.2 amps from the Seplos batteries going into the QSO, but there's no current flowing through the shunt actually. And this usually does not happen, right? If you have parallel batteries, they are balanced already. So they have the same voltage and the same state of charge. And as in the battery shelf now, there's no current going from this battery into this battery, for example. One of the banks may deliver a little bit more power to our load than another one, but there's no equalization currents going from one bank into another one. This is only the extreme test we have done tonight here. 50% state of charge to 100% state of charge, and we have paralleled them, and now there's power going from this battery bank into this battery here. So this is the only exception, and this is why we can see the negative figure here. Energy is coming from the Seplos battery into the QSO, but the actual smart shunt, the Lynx shunt, does not show any amps at all, because the Lynx shunt only measures power going into our battery banks or out of our battery banks to our load. But now we've got the current coming from the orange cables here going into the bus bar, and then going in the black and red cable into the QSO battery. So this equalization power now here doesn't even go through the shunt. If I would turn on a load now, it would be a different thing, because then the current from these two batteries goes through the shunt to our load. And we can actually test this here. I'll just plug in our good old air condition into, and we turn on the power. So what will happen now is, because this battery sits on 50% state of charge only, but these ones are almost on 100, but they have the same voltage. But once we connect the load now, we will see actually more power coming from these 100% charged batteries than from the 50% state of charge battery. Okay, let's turn this one on here. Okay, this is just a fan at the moment. Let's turn down the temperature so it kicks in. Yep, there's the aircon. Alright, so what can we see here? From the QSO battery, negative 4 amps. But here, negative 7 amps. And negative 10 amps. So 10, 7, 17 amps from this battery, and only 4.4 amps coming from the QSO. Because the voltage in these batteries is just a tiny bit higher than in these ones. So they deliver more power than this one. Okay, it gets too loud now here. I'll turn this off again. And now we should see the good old equalization current coming from the Seplos batteries into the QSO. They are 5 amps, 0 amps, and 5 amps only from this battery. So even these two are balancing right now after the load has gone. This is fascinating. I sit here in the garage sometimes for hours calibrating a SPAT, just watching the BMSs, the batteries delivering power to my load here. It is amazing. It is so fascinating. What a great hobby. I have just heard back from QSO as well. Amy is on the ball, because I've asked her the question, why can we still charging if the charging MOSFET has turned off and we still have the alarm or the protection showing in the software and on the display here? And she replied, well, it clears once we discharge the battery. And we have just done that for a moment here. And let's see if we can still see this alarm. Now it's gone. It has cleared. Overcurrent protection has cleared. So it triggered the overcurrent protection because we exceeded the 150 amps. Apparently, I couldn't see it anywhere on the displays. We could see the Seplos batteries actually charging the QSO battery still. Even the MOSFETs were turned off. And I was questioning why this is still working. I guess we have to repeat this test at some stage, then we can just lower the overcurrent limit and trigger this again and see if we can still charge afterwards again, and see if there may be a problem with the configuration or with the BMS or something. So we will do some testing with the QSO battery here as well. No question about that. Okay guys, I think so far this video from today and tonight, just connecting a second battery now to our Powerwall 2 point something. A very straightforward task, but I was curious how much power actually flows from the Seplos batteries into the QSO. So must have been over 150 amps because it triggered the BMS. So pretty cool. And as always here in the Off-Grid Garage, we could learn something from this basic task. I tell you, there's always something we can get out of these videos here. I'll make sure there's always something. Okay guys, so far this video from tonight. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all your great support. Thanks for watching. No, it's the other way around. And until the next video guys, you stay charged, stay safe, and thanks again for watching. See you then. Bye bye. Yeah, and then we have 2 more slots free, so we can connect the other Mason battery, the Seplos battery, and the mystery battery there in the box in the background. Whatever that is. Are you curious? Yeah, me too. Alright, see you then. Bye bye. I've just connected my power supply here to recharge the 12-volt battery, which supplies power to our servo. And this is running from our inverter now, from the batteries. And here, the QSO battery actually 0 amps at this load. And the top battery here, 3.3 negative. And 5, almost 6 amps from the bottom battery. But 0 amps from here. That is interesting, right? Same voltage, but different state of charge. This is how the balancing works now while discharging.